The Sun Sign News Daily Horoscopes are for information purposes only. The Sun Sign News Daily Horoscopes are not intended to replace professional medical, psychological, legal, or investment advice. It is the intention of the author of the Sun Sign News that the daily horoscopes be used in conjunction with one's own common sense and, if warranted, the advisement of a professional and licensed physician, psychologist, attorney, or investment advisor, etc. Welcome to another edition of the Sun Sign News. Today's horoscopic reading is for Sunday, June 18th, 2023, calculated for sunrise, Eastern Standard Time, and beginning with the sign currently occupied by the sun, Gemini. Yesterday we suggested that you do some planning and goal setting. Today we are advising you to scrutinize those plans you have made and make sure that they are in fact realistic and that your goals are within reach. Our next warning is about following the rules. Under this stellar influence, and in both your personal and professional life, if you bend or break the rules, the consequences could be cataclysmic. No shortcuts. Got it? Cancer. Yours is one of the several signs prone to various forms of self-delusion under today's stellar influence. In your case, Cancer, it's most likely affecting your life's philosophy and perspective of world events. The way to overcome this is simple. Continue all that deep thinking and contemplation you've been doing on all these important matters, but withhold drawing a conclusion until this influence is over, like until about Tuesday. Additionally, you have to be really careful with legal documents and contracts during the same time. You could inadvertently screw something up. Double check everything. Leo. Personally and professionally, be sure you're not biting off more than you can chew. It would be easy for you to get in way over your head at this time. Sometimes that famous Leo confidence crosses the line into overconfidence. Equally, you must be really careful in dealing with your friends today. Do you have a friend that frequently bends or breaks the rules? Perhaps he or she is known for keeping some questionable company. If someone comes to mind, you need to avoid him or her at least through Tuesday, as this person could potentially get you into a lot of trouble and really set you back in life. Virgo. Our apologies if we're being a bit repetitive here, but once again it is partnerships, personal and or professional partnerships, that are the focus for your sign today. In the case of professional partnerships, and as there's likely been some level of stress between you and your partner, you should do a quick double check so as to ensure that you're not being taken advantage of. In the case of your personal partnerships, today would be wisely spent clearing the air and making sure that neither one of you is harboring unstated resentments or objectives for the relationship that are not equally shared. Libra. As of late, your sign has been enjoying a good astrological boost in regards to physical speed, strength, and agility. Today and through Tuesday, that boost will likely be reversed, like a vacuum sucking your vitality right out of you. Go easy on your body for the next few days. As a matter of fact, coincidental to the same stellar influence is the need to re-examine your overall lifestyle. Everything. Diet, exercise, the amount of sleep you've been getting, caffeine intake, etc. If you've been needing a physical, then at least make an appointment. We're not saying something bad is going to happen, but instead that this is the right time for preventative action. Scorpio. All forms of gambling and speculation are ill-advised through Tuesday, and we can also add to that the need to avoid luxury purchases. Also, it's most likely going to be another one of those days when there are restrictions on whatever it is you like to do for fun. Obviously, this does not do the cause of romance any good, so keep your expectations there pretty low. Sagittarius. If possible, avoid any decisions on matters involving real estate through Tuesday. Any contracts should be re-examined at that time. Also, the potential is high for misunderstandings between you and those closest to you. Be certain they heard you correctly and you them. Equally, this same stellar influence significantly lowers Sagittarians' energy, so if you're involved in any sports, be sure to guard against injury. Capricorn. You're having another one of those keyword days. Today that word is miscommunication. Family, and especially siblings, neighbors and coworkers, hell, even your pets, are all subject to miscommunication with you. And it can be either you or them that is responsible for the miscommunication. This influence carries over through Tuesday, and our best advice is to make an effort to verify and double-check all important communications. 2 more things. During this time, you want to be extra careful when out on the road, and make sure you get plenty of sleep, as mental fatigue can accompany this same planetary position. Aquarius. This is another day of financial restrictions. This time, however, it is focused on the great potential for you to be easily confused on money matters, as well as the equal potential for you to be deceived and or taken advantage of in the process of some transaction. You're crossing paths with a smooth-talking con artist with really fast hands is a possibility. Our best advice is to keep a tight grip on your wallet or purse and find some sort of really fun way to spend the day. Pisces. It's another one of those stellar influences that warn against sealing the deal on real estate matters, and this influence lasts through Tuesday. In other words, if something is in the works, right now you are far better off taking your time than engaging in some sort of impulse purchase. And it's worse than just buyer's remorse. Something may not be right with the deal. 2 last items. First, this same astrological influence can indicate some strange confusion going on in dealing with your family. And second, it also stands as a warning to watch your diet, not just from a nutrition and caloric intake standpoint, but also the freshness of your food and how it has been handled. Aries. Rule number 1 for today. Avoid intoxication and anything that chemically alters your brain. Why? Because there's too much room for something to go wrong today. Coincidental to the same influence is the potential for you to be severely taken advantage of, like by a con artist or something, as well as for you to delude yourself on some important matter. Our apologies for pushing the panic button here, but our best advice is to spend a day like this at home, alone or with friends, and watching movies or reading or listening to music or something. Taurus. While not a certainty, there is some possibility that a friend could royally screw you over today. It's most likely involving money, and in that, either through you loaning said friend money that they have no intentions of ever repaying, or perhaps by their taking advantage of you in some sort of transaction involving tangible goods. Caveat emptor. Equally, this is not the day to expect to win in any sort of a contest or to gamble or speculate. On the upside, romance is looking really good for your sign tonight. If you've enjoyed the audio version of the Sun Sign News, we ask that you give us a thumbs up and even subscribe to this channel if you are so inclined. That will help keep us on the air and delivering a daily dose of cynicism and sarcasm wrapped in a supercharged daily sun sign horoscope. And remember, don't blame us.